Okay, so now we want to look at the union for an infinite set. The word that we use for that compound inequality is the word or. Now we're going to solve this compound inequality in the same way as we solved compound inequalities with and. We're going to start off by identifying a color to each of the infinite sets, each of the inequalities. So I'm going to call one of them blue and the other one red. I'm going to label my two important points. So in this case, it was -2 and 5, and again, in the right order. And then above the number line, I'm going to go ahead and graph each of these important, each of the inequalities. So we had x is greater than 5. So that's not including 5, and it's everything to the right of it because it's greater than. And again, we're doing this above the number line. This isn't the answer. This is the work. Then we have x is greater than or equal to -2. So we're going to do a closed circle for the -2. And it was greater than, and so everything to the right of it. And again, the closed circle is the or equal to, saying that equal to was okay. So this is our work so far. Remember, this is not the answer yet. We're breaking our number line up into our 3 chunks, left, middle, right. And now if we go back to the original problem, again, ignoring the x's, ignoring the numbers, our original problem is simply blue or red. I want to include anything in my final answer that has blue or red above it. So if I look at my left chunk and say, do I have blue or red above me? I do not. That left chunk, oopsie, that left chunk does not have blue or red. So we're not going to include him in the final answer. But if I look at the middle, do I have blue or red here? Well, yes, I do have red. So that means I want to include the middle in my answer. If I look to the right chunk, do I have blue or red here? Yeah, I have both. I don't care that it's both, just like in the finite sets, I didn't care that they both had 3, 5, and 7. Same thing here. I don't care that I have both blue and red. I do have blue or red. So this means the middle and the right are both shaded. And at the endpoint of -2, I am including that because I do have red or blue above it. Now that I have a graphical answer here, I have a graphical answer on the number line for where I have blue or red. The left endpoint of this is -2. The right endpoint is positive infinity. Notice I'm not listing 5, just as I'm not listing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 is included in the interval, but it's not an endpoint to the interval. It's a middle part of the interval. The endpoints to this interval are -2 and infinity. Now, as far as the symbols we want to use, we need a bracket on the -2 to say that this point's included. And we need a parenthesis on the infinity because infinity is never included. And this is our final answer in interval notation.